One suitcase, one good shirt, and a pocket full of mail. I learned to read the weather by the bend in the corn. Then I traded that river road for a train in a dome. Taller buildings, harder eyes, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Ticker runs red, learn the game by the minute with a pad and a thread. From soybean fields to big deals, I can read a room. Every rise, every fall feels like thunder in June. Taller buildings, harder rise, cold cash, cold skies. I held my breath, I held my ground. Then I heard that city sound. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Back home they still call me son, still say don't forget where the fields meet the sunset and the nights get wet. So I keep one foot in the past, one on the floor. Every win I bring back is for the folks I'm for. Boots in New York, heart still small town. I bet on my name and I never back down. From dirt roads to gold floors, I found my way. Boots in New York, I'm still that boy today. Yeah, I'm still that boy today. From the dirt road to the trade. Boots in New York. Hey.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. Sound check, mic check, vibe check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay. A couple of scalps to open the show. I actually, look at this move. I could have had a lot better moves here. I just simply gave it up too early. But this was a second Z-shaped scalp, so I decided to temper myself. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody who's got the BK Dots indicator and is not here with the London show. The new version is called BK Dots Z. The Z stands for, it basically makes it much easier. Like our whole idea is we want to know when the candle beats the ATR. So Z tells you when it beats the ATR. And in this particular version, which is really good, the ATR is, guys, you're going to have to excuse me today. I'm going to go in and out of the office for a sec because my daughter is leaving for camp and the dogs are barking. So I'm going to close the door and I'll be right back. And then I might have to leave again. Just give me a sec. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So the Z tells you when the volatility breaks the ATR, which is our buy and sell signal. What's really cool about this version, which I absolutely love, is that the Z positions itself on the direction. So if it's a short a sell, it's below. If it's a long buy, it's above. This one obviously fails, but every other one of them succeeds. And that's the whole idea. It's basically succeeding 6 out of 7 times if we're doing our job right. My sort of conservative way of trading is to trade only the first reversal. So from red to green, take the first Z. But you're going to get sometimes multiple Z's, multiple volatility breaks. I made an exception in this case where it was two very close together. The second one was really worthwhile, for a push, and it really was. I kind of just sort of didn't make as much money out of it as I could have because I resolved too soon. But you can see that this one worked perfectly well. The second one, I just stalled for a couple of candles. So I sort of broke myself even, but I could have made a nice big pop on it. After that, I pretty much stopped. You might have 2 or 3 or 4 Z's in a row, but the longer it goes in a single segment, the higher the probability that's going to eventually fail. So I just sort of leave that alone. Otherwise, you can see that almost every single one of these things resolves up or down, as long as we follow our rules on the switch. The rule that I'm basically following is I trade the first switch. So from red to green, the first signal I take. This one obviously fails. Fine. There's no red signals again, so we resume a fresh new segment. I take this one up. I take this one up, and I keep going. And the whole idea is to basically try to exceed 6 out of 7 times on every one of these scalps, which is exactly where Z looks like a bolt. Yeah, but I'm just using the word Z because it's much easier for me to say Z than it is to say bolt. Then, it's just a shortcut for this. Now, for everybody who is interested, I updated the whole DOTS landing page. So if you want to read all about DOTS, I put the link in here right now into the page. Let me show it to you. Here it is. Oops, sorry. Here it is. Here's the whole training guide. I just put it up there. You can read everything about it, every single element in the DOTS thing, and it talks about the whole ATR Z structure, why it's important, why I think that that particular breakout is one of my favorites. It explains it in great detail. It talks about session levels, order blocks, everything you need to know, everything that's buried inside the indicator is all excavated for you to be able to read. So go ahead, be my guest. I put the link in there. Bookmark it and do your thing. Now today, we are trading for a new partner of ours that I really, really like. This new firm called Halcyon. It's a futures firm, U.S.-based, and they are a Wealth Charts partner. So I have a Halcyon Wealth Charts account right now, which I'm trading, which makes it a lot easier because we obviously have the BFF on Wealth Charts. Oh, we have a sell signal here, guys. Here we go. What time is it? 8:15. We're still about 15 minutes before the news. But we're definitely going to take a shot on this one here. 1 second left. Sell. Let's see if we can get the move. And now, hang on. Let me get myself positioned properly. All right, sell here for a secondary. See if we can resolve this to the downside. Stops are underneath here. Stops are above here. And we'll go to a third tranche over here at around 51 if we need to. Here's the structure. Okay, here we go. So this is the Z bolt that I took the short on. It's a transition from the long to the short. We'll see if they try to bust the order block here. And the idea, of course, here is that we're trying to resolve this trade across the whole candle, right? The whole candle width. So if it doesn't go down here, we're hoping that we're going to do another tranche over here. I came in a little bit early. So if I need to, I'll do a second tranche over here on the assumption that it's eventually going to magnetize itself, to the bottom. So I want to around like 151. If it gets up to 151, I'm going to sell another tranche here. Yeah. I waited too long. All right, it's coming down. Let's see how much it's going to come down for us. It's 153. I was just I was just slow. I may have misexecuted this one because I should have been in this tranche. That would have put us right over here. We would have been in a position to resolve this. Let's see if I can still make this thing trade. Let me sell this. Okay, let's sell this over here. In this tranche, staying against the here. Oh, come on. Now I'm just trying to resolve the whole trade just flat, and I did. I could have done more, but I sort of misexecuted this entry. It should have been this tranche, this tranche, this tranche, and now, of course, it goes full profit. But when I'm at third tranche and I kind of messed up this entry, I just wanted to scratch myself out on the risk. But the proper entry should have been 1, 2, 3, boom, over here, buy over here. Made a tiny bit of scalp on this, but the point being is that you get the whole idea that the power of the sell here stays in this box, and as long as you kind of stay with the box and it's distribute your entries, you have a really reasonable chance of resolving it. Nobody won the funded next accounts yet, guys. They want people to buy funded next accounts. That's their rules. I don't make the rules. Yeah, we got PCE GDP coming up. We're not going to trade it pre, but I think post, especially with the Z trade, we should have some really interesting opportunities. Market's looking for 3 against 2. Right. Here's the. Oops, sorry, that's not what I want. Where is my? Huh. I'll be right back, guys. I'll be right back. Just one sec. I wonder if my financial juice got deleted. Let's see if we can put the financial juice applet back onto my Chrome. Let's see. Hold on, just one second. All right. What time? How much time do we have? We have about 10 minutes. I guess I'm gonna have to stay on here. Where is their little? They had their Chrome thing. I'm trying to remember where the Chrome applet was on the website, because for some reason I have a new computer, so it may have. Doesn't come in. I don't know. I'll be right back one more time, guys. Okay, no thanks for the thanks. Where is the thing? Maybe it's in TweetDeck. Let me just check. Yeah, real time. Okay, so here it is. Google Chrome, add to Chrome, add extension. Okay, add to Chrome. So does it come up here? Where is it? Ah. Oh, here it is. Okay, cool. It finally comes up. So I just need to refresh it. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Okay, cool. See, it comes up with that little dot. So here we have the calendar, and it's coming up at 8:30. Time is it? We have 8 minutes before, so we'll know where the PCE prints, and we'll see how much reaction there is post PCE. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so we'll come back to that. Now it's all set up. What new? I always buy Lenovo for the PCs. I always buy Lenovo ThinkPads because I just think that they are the best workhorses around. So this is a Lenovo with 32 gigs, and it's AMD's Ryzen 7, I think. How do we? Gigs of RAM, nice big graphics card, half a terabyte of data. I don't really need anything because everything is saved. But this was the Ryzen 7. This was basically actually a Claude recommendation because I was choosing between like a cheaper one and a bigger one. They said absolutely get this one, and it's really, he's absolutely right. The thing is blazing fast and really, really nice. Really, really nice. 6 minutes to go to trading. So anyways, I was going to say is today we are giving away the Halcyon accounts. So I'm going to put the link in here. Please register because I really, really like this. I just signed up yesterday. The sign up process is super easy with these guys. It's BK Traders /duck race if you want to just kind of have the easy link, but sign up on this link. I just posted the link because the accounts are great and they're Wealth Charts accounts. So we can have, and by the way, when I have the BK dots fully updated, they'll be on Wealth Charts looking exactly the same way, right? So should we take this one? I'm yapping and I'm late. I want to take this one. This was a nice clean buy to the upside, right? Reversal buy. I may have to eat this because I was late on this trade. No, let's see if I can still get out of it. Come on. Flatten out. Come on. Well, me. Okay. All right, gotta put myself underneath here. Trying to just adjust myself all the way through here. There we go. Okay, got done. Nice. So I could have pulled the full 10 points, but I took I think 5 points on this scope. But you see this Z breakout, boom, quick scalp, done and done. That's what we do all day long. What it cost me? It cost me about $1,000 English on Amazon. So you guys, if you want me to, let me find the actual link and I'll show you. Hang on, I'll show you what I bought. Instead of me, okay, returns, sign in. Ugh, Jesus Christ. New computer, I have to sign into everything. It really drives me nuts. Okay. Returns and orders. Sorry, I'm just looking for it. Give me a second. Okay, here it is. And where's the shortened link to this thing? This is what I bought. And where's the link? Oh man, it's right. I always have such a hard time like finding the actual link to this thing. The shorthand link. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Copy link. Okay. Cool. I just sent you guys the link if you guys are interested in the config. This is I really love it. It's great. Super nice and easy. Okay, we got about 3 minutes to the event. Let's put the calendar on here. Let's see what it wants to do. 156. And we also have spending. So it's like we actually have like a income, spending. There's like a whole panoply of releases. So it could be a pretty interesting vol move. Now, as I said, we're not trading the front of it, but I think post-event, there should be some really interesting vol moves after that we'll be happy to trade. Good morning, Simon. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, so that cost about $1,000. So minute 10. Calendar up. I'm going to take you to the Halcyon website a little bit later, show you why I really like them. They have really favorable risk-reward ratios, better than almost anybody else in the industry I've seen. Like, for example, for 50,000, I only need to make 27.5, not 3,000 to hit target. For 2,500, you only need to make 1,200, I think, which is really big differences. 32 seconds left. ATR at 11, so not nothing ridiculous, but we'll see if this is going to be a shock to the system or not. 18, 19. Pop, drop, nothing. Not a lot of response yet. Looks like positive. Looks like a positive move. Well charts is moving ahead of Tradingview. What's the numbers? Durable goods, consumer spending is negative. Core PCI is 3. Jobless claims were good. GDP was strong. Strong GDP. Personal income is strong. Real consumption is good. Jobless claims go up a little bit. PCE is 4.4. Whoa, it's the GDP number that's really, really strong. So do we want to take it? Yeah, I mean, this is a big ass move, but it's going to work. We'll take it. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is just moving. Look how fast it was. I didn't even get a chance to. It's boom, boom. We just made a huge hit already. Now this is a massive candle. So this candle is like I believe, what is that, 129. Yeah, this is like a 100-point candle. So I don't know if I want to get into the candle, but I'm pretty confident. I don't think it's going to unwind the whole way. Like, well, why not? Let's have it. Let's play around with it. We're gonna trench this out, and if it doesn't work, I mean, I'm on one. It's not going to be a terrible hit to me. So the idea here is, I'm in here. I'm going to try to trench this out if I have to, maybe at around 190 for a second tranche, and then ultimately at like 160 for a third tranche if I need to. But I think within this candle, it's going to resolve up, right? So we already resolved up on the news flow, but I definitely think that within this candle, it should resolve up. Let's see if it can do it even on the first move. Almost. It's moving. So I want to be, as I said, I want it to be like second tranche somewhere around like 190. So watching this over here. Definitely good positive news. Still, still a continuation of what I've been talking about, which is the manufacturing renaissance in the U.S. economy really having a good impact on everything. Okay, so I'm going to get to right here. Okay, we'll tranche out over here. We're going to see if we can resolve it right over here on this trade. That's a second, and then I want it to come in at the 160 if I need be. Still parked over here on the stops. Let's see if we can come into the 160s if I need to. So this is the move, big up move, retrace, and my vibe is it's going to go back up, hopefully try to resolve me. Let's see if I can get this done. The moving average is at around 170. Okay. We'll see. If it comes down to 170, I'm going to tranche myself in for a third tranche. All right, third tranche over here. See if we can resolve it all the way over here. Boom, boom, that got resolved. Come to Poppy. Oh, what happened to my other stuff? Okay, I'm gonna flat myself out. I don't know what happened to my, how did I somehow lost my stops and targets over here. Anyways, I did a more or less decent job of resolving this. For some reason, my stops and targets all disappeared. I don't know why. But I like this trade here. I'm just basically freestyling here, not a signal, but I think it's going to bounce back and continue to resolve positively, which it is right here. Come on, come to Poppy. There we go. Come on, hit me. There we go. And that resolved positively, to the upside. Okay. Hey, Awanda, sorry, I'll be sending to you. I've just been very busy last day or two. Yes, I saw your email. I will try to send it to you today. My apologies. Sorry about that. Yes. Okay. So that was kind of a post-news, a little bit of sloppy trade, but what I wanted to show you was not so much the actual trade, because it's always, the news trade is always going to be massively vol. What I wanted to show you was the principle of the idea, which is that if you are sort of, you have the big vol, the Z candle over here, and if you assume that the underlying force here is to the upside. If your tranche here, and I did a bad job because I was not really fully paying attention to where I should have been. I should have been here, here, here tranche, resolved over here, right? Patience would resolve the whole thing. But you see in the actual mechanics of the move and how well that strategy works. So once you have the Z candle, you then make the assumption that the box is going to resolve in the direction of the candle. And you have to just, strategically, as you can see on this chart, try to position yourself. I just simply exited. I don't know what happened to my stops. Once I lose my stops and targets and I was flying blind, I just didn't want to be in a position, and I didn't want to reattach them. But assuming I did this properly and I was really zoned in on what I was doing, this is a very, very easy 30, 40 point trade to make within the breakout box, right? This is the breakout. If you kind of think about this is the breakout box, and that's what I'm trying to essentially resolve. Does that make sense to everybody? Everybody sees what I just did there and how I was scalping with the tool? Give me a +1. Yes. Hey, Miguel. Good morning. How are you doing, Theodore? How's everything? Miguel, are you rooting for Spain? Are you rooting for Yamal to win it all? Let's do, actually, you know what? We're gonna do an early World Cup poll. I'm gonna give you who do I think is going to be reasonable here? Let's see if we can do this. We're going to do a poll, new poll. Have fun. World Cup. Who wins? I really don't want France to win, just because they're so. I'm going to say France, Spain, Argentina, and this is just because I just want to piss off all the Europeans. Okay. Here's the poll. Let me move it over to the right side. Okay. Vote 1, 2, 3, or 4. Who wins the World Cup today? Green Bay. That's the right answer. Yeah, that's the right answer. That's the answer. But let's try it, of course, because he's Barca, right? He's Barca, so you're a fan for life, right? Germany didn't get a group. Yeah. It'd be amazing if Argentina. I'm actually rooting for Argentina. The way Messi is playing, yeah, and I actually, people are dismissing U.S., but Captain America is a world-class player. I don't think anything would piss off the world more. Literally, just if we really want to troll the world, is if the U.S. makes it into the round of 16 or even the semis. Nobody would be pissed off more than the Europeans and Latin Americans, because we don't even try in this game, and we're still good at it, which would be really amazing. Gemini, you're rooting for France? I mean, France is definitely favored, but I don't know. We'll see. There've been some really great games so far. What do you guys think about Ronaldo finally scoring at the age of 41? Holy shit, was he getting enough grief? Yeah, Tillman, you're right. Tillman is really, really good. But what's his name? God, I forgot his name. Christian what? Christian. Ugh, man, I'm totally losing my mind. Captain America, the guy who plays for in Italy. Yeah, 6 World Cups for Ronaldo, which is really incredible. It's true. But this is it. Here's an interesting. I kind of wanted to. Oh, good guys! I didn't even realize. Look, this. I was just kind of in the thick of the action here, guys. Look what the Z shape, what the Z signals actually showed us. I didn't even like kind of deconstruct this, but if you look at what the Z signal showed us, we had the news candle pop, right? Which I kind of bought on the idea of let's resolve the whole thing. That's probably the biggest risk and the biggest kind of like the worst risk reward structure. Then you had a negative Z. If you literally sold this negative Z, this was easy money. Then you had a second positive Z, which was a much better Z, like a secondary Z that came in. So when you look at the news structure, this is a really good lesson for the future. The first push is not necessarily the best one, because the first push is always the biggest participation move. The second push up, a couple of candles later, was a much easier, much lower risk trade. So next time we may actually wait for some calming down to get the whole move. Now, somebody was asking me, Barnaby was asking me to explain the ATR. Does everybody know what ATR is? Do you know what that stands for? It stands for average true range. It's an indicator by Wells Wilder, the guy who created almost every indicator that everybody uses from the 1970s. And everybody still uses all his stuff. They use DMI, they use RSI. I mean, he was a very, very smart guy. And all of them are basically normalization indicators. And this is basically normalizes. This basically asks, what's the range over the last 14 periods, and it creates a normalized value, right? Average true range. So it's a shortcut. It's a shortcut for how much movement per candle there is. Now, what we do is we go one step further. What's a Z trade? A Z trade says, hey, the body of the candle, the open, not the whole candle, because there's lots of candles that could meet the average true range. What we want is the body of the candle, the really, really true essence of buyers and sellers, not just testing up and testing down, settling up and down, settling the auction, because the body settles the auction. It completes the true value of the auction, right? You have these extremes on the tips, and the actual value is settled on the open and close. So the body needs to beat the ATR. If the body beats the ATR, that's the Z trade. That tells us that there is forward momentum or downward momentum. That just tells us that there's some directionality. And all of this is explained step by step in the training guide. So feel free to check out the trading guide. Guys, let me just check. I'm going to check. You guys are putting your. Let me just check. Refresh. Oh yeah. Oh, everybody entering into the duck race. Good for you guys. All right, everybody on Twitter. I'm putting duck race URL. This is our free prop challenge giveaway to our friends at Halcyon, who I really, really like. Brand new. They're a relatively new firm, but they're on wealth charts. Really, I just love the onboarding process. Is just super, super slick. Very, very easy. I don't think I've had a faster onboarding process than I had with them. But what's cool about them, and we have a little time before the market opens, let me just actually take you to their website. I want to show you their ratios. They're really, really good. By the way, look at this. I was Googling Halcyon. It's Halcyon Montclair, which is really funny. Montclair is a very, very tony suburb of New Jersey, relatively close to where I am at right now. Not actually not that close, but same county. So our prop code EDGE gives a 40% discount, so a much, much cheaper discount than what you guys see here. So use our code EDGE, find your edge, and use the code EDGE to get the full discount. But what I wanted to show you was where are the here. Let me show you. So you can buy the wealth charts. You can buy rhythmic and volumetric. Sorry, let me. I wanted to show you. The thing that I wanted to show you was look at the profit targets. This is what I really love. It's a 27.50. It's basically 10% less than anybody else in the business, and they give you 5 minis. So pretty decent. Really decent allocation. Certainly more than enough to do one trade. You can do one trade, get funded thing. And here, what's very cool here is because of the discount. It's all in. So if you have confidence in trading the dot scalps structure, you can do it. Also, I think what they have here, which I believe, is you can do this for as long as you want. There is no there's no 30 days to get yourself funded. So you can trade this slowly, surely, get yourself into funded, and then get yourself into payout in a really nice structure. The 25s are also really good. I like the fact that 25s are 13.50. That small shave makes a huge difference when you're doing edges. Reaching the target faster, both for eval and then for payout functions, really, really cool. So they did a good job. To pay a monthly bill, no. See, no healthy. And how many trading days do I need to request a reward? 8 trading days to request a reward. How many days does it take to pass an eval? Just 1 day. Then what else do I want to see? How do I get? What's the profit split? So 90-10, which is a good profit split. Oh, and then they give you like all of the stuff. But one of the analytics I'm happy to give you myself for free. By the way, everybody knows that we have a beautiful tool set on Prop Trader Edge, right? It's I think it's tools. Yeah, no, free tools. Free tools. Prop Trader Edge free tools. Amazing of tools. I'll go through them a little bit later in the show when we have some time, but I'll put this right here, right now. I like TradeC as a platform. I don't have any problems with it. I like wealth charts a lot more because like TradeC I consider to be a very babyish platform. TradeC's great advantage was that it was mobile first. Well, wealth charts is fully mobile now. Like really, like you can do everything I'm doing here and more so you can do on the mobile. Brad told me there's 10,000 trades being done on mobile every single day on wealth charts. So it's just a better platform for real traders. You can do join bid, join ask, trailing stops, all sorts of stuff that you can't do really well. But it's good. I have with TradeC. Hey Astrologer, how are you, man? Astrologer, you're gonna love the Z candles. It's like the dot candles on steroids, right? So because it's essentially the ATR breakout, right? So you have the dot and the Z kind of combining into like a purely steroidal momentum move. So what I was going to say to you is that everybody is that I updated the dots indicator, final version. Tony's going to bet $1,000 that it's not going to be, but I think I'm actually going to take the 1,000 against you on this one, Tony, because I'm done. Everybody is so sick and tired of all of my programmers are just so sick and tired of updating that I'm done. But I really am done. I love this version so much that I don't think I'm going to putz around with it at all. So it's just .z, the last expression here. So update it, delete and update, because what this does is it shows you the Z candles, but not only does it show you the Z candles, it shows you direction. So it's smart enough to know that if it's a sell Z, it's below. If it's a buy Z, it's above. This way, you don't have to try to figure out, whether you're buying or selling the structure. Tony is laughing. That's probably the most consistent bet there is. Of course, is always going to try to tweak the indicator, right? But no, I think I'm pretty much fucking done at this point. There's so much in this indicator You can read all about it. There's literally like 7 or 8 different sections, and each section is its own strategy that you can implement. So be my guest. The whole training guide is right here, well laid out. It's pretty explains everything that you can do, and you could create so many different varieties of this thing. Oh, what did I just do? I just screwed this up. Ah, damn it. New split window with current tab. Nope. I wanted to go. Shit. I wanted to go scalper. Okay. So actually, it's fine. We can watch wealth charts on this. So I'm trading my Halcyon account here. Just started it, like you see, literally today. Game plan as always. Try to run it plus 100, maybe plus 200 if I could for the day. And at that rate, it's 10 days to funding. That's the idea. That's basically the whole concept. What time is it? We got 8:52, so it's about half an hour before the open. Today's a chill day. I get a chance to hang out with you. Pulisic, yeah, Pulisic, Christian Pulisic. Holy shit, I can't believe I just had a total mental block on him. But he's great. He is great. The well charts is not updated yet because I'm waiting for Rob to kind of create a wrapper so that it can be open source. Once it's open source, it's literally will take me 5 seconds to just take this code, put it into this code, and it will totally but we just have to be patient. I'm gonna talk to him tomorrow. I'll let you guys know. Maybe, if he's got the resources, I might be able to get something done for you before the Wealth Chart Summit. That would be awesome, because then I would love to be able to showcase the Wealth Charts trades at the Wealth Chart Summit. It's not difficult. Like, all of these updates are really not different. The foundational stuff is all here, but it's much easier when you do copy and paste than trying to redo this from scratch. Any payout cap on Halcyon? I'm not sure, so I don't want to speak out of turn, but I would imagine they should be. I mean, any prop firm that doesn't have a payout cap is surprising these days. Let me find out. Hang on a second. I'll tell you in 1 second. My assistant will tell you. Does Halcyon prop trading firm have any payout cap on its rewards? I'll let you know. Claude is hard at work. By the way, if you guys want to check, just want to move this over here. Right. Don't forget, guys. So as I said, we're going to give away the Halcyon account. So register for this, please, right now. I'm going to put this link into X right now. Let's see. Halcyon prop register. So those of you guys watching us on Twitter, I just put the link on Twitter. So make sure you put yourself into the mix. What was the question? There was somebody who had a question. Oh, Claude, yes. Payout. Okay. Halcyon Trading Fund has several payout caps. Of course, they do. Pre-withdrawal, the first 4 payouts are capped $3,000 each, rising up to $10,000 per withdrawal thereafter. Okay. Lifetime cap, 60,000 lifetime cap. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. So 3,000 for first 4 withdrawals, then up to 10,000, 60,000 lifetime cap. Yeah, that's good. You know, that's not bad money for less than $100 buy-in. If you can, if you can make it, those are good good rewards. So yeah, that's the answer to the question. Okay. Oh, everybody loves Argentina. Look at you guys, and look at this. U.S. is the yeah, it is much better. It is really, really good. For Halcyon, the link for Halcyon trading, it's great question. It's hang on, let me just I wonder if Kathy gave me the link for us. Give me just one sec. Did she give me the link? Because it'd be much easier if I gave you the full link here. Hang on. No, I don't have the full link, but I'll put the link right now. I just simply used the code EDGE. Hang on, let me just pull this up here for you guys. It's Halcyon Trader Funding. That's it. So here's the link. Code EDGE, 40% off, okay? Make sure you guys go crazy with it. Okay, let's see what's going on the chart. They're really, really quiet. We kind of died out, which is normal. Man, London today was insane. Like, it was crazy. It was so slow until like the end, until we had, a few bursts. It was really, really dead. Okay, I guess. The giveaway link. The giveaway link is bktraders.com duck race. That's the giveaway link. Fill out the form. We'll do a giveaway in about an hour. Let me charge this up. So let's see actually what everybody's saying about the news today. Guys, prop to Tesla, right? Look at Tesla just killing it in Germany. Yeah, I mean, if you look at the data, generally pretty positive. And I think in the wake of Micron's earnings, you got to be a believer that we go up. Any upside Z's, I really want to be buying. No, it's not. It's not a guess. We're gonna run like a little digital contest. It's all. If you register, we'll do a little duck race afterwards, and it's all it's out of my hands. It's all in software's hands after that. Yeah. So Saber, you're in Germany, right? A lot of people buying Tesla in Germany. They love the car. I mean, they're just like pumping it out. Oh no. The World Cup was just for fun. The World Cup, I just want to know your opinion on who you thought was going to be the winner. We're going to do more World Cups once the World Cup gets into round two. We'll start to do more. So how do you guys like? Let's we'll finish this poll. Stop it. Not bad. Frozen at 31 for France, 6 for Spain, 44 for Argentina, and U.S. coming in as a dark horse, 19%. Nice. That's the results for the poll. So how do you guys like the the Z candle scalp? Is everybody vibing it? All your neighborhood has Tesla. Wow. Poor and hungry, still poor and hungry, with the duck race story. YouTuber, we're not counting your votes. It's just for fun. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what we think, right? Ultimately, we'll know who wins the World Cup by the actual results. How pissed off would all of you Europeans be if the U.S. made it to like round of 16? Oh, really? Oh, you're saying the votes weren't counted? Oh, look at that. Look, the typical complaints from the Frenchman. Oh, it didn't count my votes. France would have won the new poll. Morocco. Yeah, Morocco is pretty good too. I mean, they made it to semis last year. Yeah. I know. The USA is hosting, but we're also playing well. We made it to Group 2 stage for the first time in God knows how long, right? Oh, by the way, let's see how well you guys know your World Cup history. So there's only 8 countries that have won the World Cup, right? In the history of World Cup, I believe. A couple of them have won it twice. Name the one country that name the most obscure country that has won World Cup twice. U.S. versus England on July 4th. Oh, that's really awesome. I love Harry Kane. I love Bayern Munich. Ben, it's not fair. Ben. You're like the Alex Trebek of the group, right? You're not allowed to answer questions. Carlos, I give Carlos and George credits because I expect Wakanda. Very good. Uruguay. Yes, Uruguay won it twice. Who would have thought that, right? That's obviously when the World Cup was pretty much an amateur deal, like in the 30s. But yeah, they won it twice. Yeah. The other thing about it just makes you realize how like one player can make or break the team. Like if you think about Norway and Holland, like without Holland, just think about how amazing Norway is now with Holland and how they could go pretty far just on his talent alone. It's really pretty cool. Next World Cup is like a global event. Where's the next World Cup going to be held? Is it really? I don't even know. Like when is So World Cup, World. I don't even know where they're going to be. What's the World Cup schedule for 2030? Oh wow! No way, really? Morocco, Portugal, and Spain. The top said the opening three matches will take place in South America: Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. Jesus Christ! What a pain in the ass. I feel so bad for the players. They're gonna have to move them around across all continents. Um, Ronaldo is gonna be in a wheelchair, but he's gonna try to make the 2030 World Cup. Like I swear to God, he's just that's gonna be the funniest thing. Oh, Montevideo, nice. Wow, wow, wow. I had no idea. The 2030 Cup's gonna be crazy. Crazy. Maria, listen, the Europeans are bitching about the water breaks. First of all, how do you think you get to watch FIFA um, with like drone coverage and every single possible angle and all the best video shows? Somebody's got to pay for it, right? There's nothing wrong with a little bit of commercial inside. But secondly, you're dying in the streets of Paris right now. There's 44 degrees Celsius, and you guys don't have air conditioning, so you don't even understand what it's like in the summertime in Texas. If they don't hydrate them, they literally die. American football players die in high school practice if they don't get hydrated. So this is not a sort of just a commercial TV commercial break. Okay. We're this isn't the tundra. You don't get to play in 60 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty brutal. So it's all fun. I see the Europeans hate all that. You don't do things like that. Well, baby, you're in America now. You do things like that. Well, if they do turn it into an American sport, it will actually be popular. I'm just kidding you. I'm kidding you. No, it's really, really great. It's fun to have the World Cup. I don't know if you guys have been seeing all the videos. The videos are killing me about the Europeans discovering America and like finding out what an amazing country this is, and how cool everything is, and how nice everybody is in America compared to what they've been told. It's really, really amazing to watch. The funniest is just like nothing cracks me up more than the Europeans just being absolutely flabbergasted that you get free fills of iced tea and coffee and Coke as much as you want. Um, you know, and the other funny thing is, I love how like the Europeans, how like in all these other countries, they have to literally go into debt to build all these stadiums. And America is so rich and so big, you could literally host a World Cup match in a high school stadium. There's this one guy who was like in Texas, European. He was showing a 25,000 person high school stadium in Texas football that would look, more professional than 90% of European professional leagues. It's really, really funny. You always put on weight in the USA? Yeah, well, we don't believe in small portions, baby. That's true. That's true. The Tartan Army. Now, speaking of like excess, right? This is my favorite story from the World Cup, because to achieve this has never been done before. Boston is basically an alcoholic city. Okay, Boston, like of all the major cities in America, nobody drinks more than people in Boston right now. Not to um, be completely what's the word I'm looking at, stereotypical, but Boston is an Irish town, and of course, the Irish love to put it away. So Boston, of all American cities, no city comes close to the amount of alcohol that's consumed in Boston. So when the Scottish came to Boston for the World Cup and literally drank the bars dry, that really tells you at how much alcohol those guys consumed. I mean, that's truly, of all the records set, to me, the fact that the Scottish broke the bank in Boston and literally wiped, the only thing that was left was Bud Light and they refused to drink it, was really impressive. The story of the week. Louisiana, yeah. Yeah, that would be funny too, Ben. I think the final is going to be right next to me, right? It's going to be a Giant stadium. That's the final, right? So I actually played around with the idea of like renting the house for World Cup, and then I just decided it's so not worth it. Guys are functioning alcoholics. I could say the same thing about the British. I always tell the story because I'm a Russian who really doesn't drink at all. And a long time ago, Kay and I used to work for a company, American company, that had a very, very big presence in London. And like their offices were in Canary Wharf. Oh, here we go. I'm looking. What time is it? Where are we at? 9:30? Is this no? It's 9:15. I thought. Okay, so it's 9:15. I'm just watching because we haven't had a signal in like 20 minutes, so I'm just chilling. But it looked like we might have a Z signal to the downside. Anyways, like we worked for this company, has big headquarters at Canary Wharf, and we'd be there like I would be there like every 2 months, to work with the sales staff and like do lots of customer stuff and everything else. And the guys would always take me out. And one time, the guy who was the manager of the office, really wonderful guy. He was married to an American. At that time, he was engaged to the American girl. And they just decided, oh, let's go for drinks after work, right? And but to cut this long story short, I think we can, like, for them, this wasn't even this was just like wetting their mouth. I think we consumed like 3 bottles of red wine, just over the evening, just shooting the breeze. We were in Notting Hill. They lived in Notting Hill at that time. I get back to my hotel, and I shit you not that my heart, I literally lie down, and I not only just feel but hear my heart just popping out of my chest. And I'm just lying in bed, and I'm not a religious person at all, but I was like, God, if you let me live, I promise you I will never ever drink again. And I like spent like 2 hours praying that I wasn't going to die. And they were like, hey, how was your night? To them, they didn't even faze them. I don't think they even felt it. I was just like, that's when I realized all the Brits are just basically functioning alcoholics. He was from Manchester. This guy is also from Manchester too. My manager, he was from Manchester too. Is that like within Manchester, they're particularly heavy drinkers there? Oh my God, that was insane. I just felt my heart outside of my body. And since that time, I don't think I've touched a drop of red wine, even though I like it. I just, I couldn't do it. Do I have any prop firms at Boris? Sir, what does that mean? Look at this, guys. By the way, what's interesting is we almost unwound the news flow, right? That's kind of interesting. We almost, in a very, very sort of a slow, deliberate manner. You know what that tells me, by the way? That I think we're going to pop. This is the drop to pop on the open. They're kind of like the dealers are just shaving it down so they can get lower, lower, lower because they know that the open is going to imbalance to the upside. They're going to try to push it. At least that's my view. We'll see if I'm right. Wow. Former commander in South Korea. Now, he was an American, Tony? He was just American serving in South Korea? Had to be carried home from the bar and then got up at 5 a.m. and went for a run? Oh. That's how he sweated out. Oh my God. That's crazy. $9.27. No, not 27. It's 9.17. So it's still like 13 minutes to open. Just a slow drift down. Now that is the one thing I will say that is the Achilles heel of the Z trade, is that when you have this very, very hidden, very mellow drift lower, you're not going to catch the move because obviously the very essence of this is that the direction is hidden, but the volatility hides the direction, right? Here you have pretty clear direction, but very, very low volatility. It's just a slow drip down. It's not a big rush for the exits. So you just need to be mindful of that. Oh God, sorry. Give me just one sec. Sorry. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Who's new in the room? Come say hello to me. Who wants to try out the BK dots indicator? If you do, please just write me a note at contact@bktraders.com. Oh my God. I'm choking on my own. Laughing so hard I started choking. And I'll happy to give you a trial run. It's going to end next week. We're going to fully seal it down, knock it down. This is the last piece that I really want to knock down. The Z's, the directional Z's, and I think that will be the final thing in the indicator. English, we're coming down to the view. I was like, we're coming to the view app, and then I see English already posting view app. Yep, we are coming to the view app. So basically, range is 3,200 to 3,100. So it's 30,000 to 3,200 is where we're at. And I think we'll probably push it to 3,400, 3,500 before the end of the day. We'll see. What else do I want to show you guys? Oh, the duck race. Let's everybody make sure that you guys all register for the free giveaway from our friends from Halcyon. And while we have, since it's about 10 minutes to the open, we're not going to trade. Of course, the moment I say that, we'd probably get a pop and probably a tradable pop here, but I'll hold off. Um, oh, really? Well, Armenians not only have good drink, but they have good food. I love the food all the way from the Caspian bases all around that. I love Persian food. I love Georgian food. Like the most underrated cuisine in America, in my opinion, is Georgian food. If you're in New York, there are a ton of really good Georgian restaurants. Anybody have Georgian food? Give me a +1 if you've ever had Georgian food. +1, Yevgeny. Listen, us East Europeans don't count. I'm trying to understand if all of the Westerners actually have had, um, Georgian food. Yeah, Kinkali are awesome, and hapchachuri, all of that stuff is just, and the salads, and like even all of their stuff that nobody eats, which is the stews. Um, Amazing stuff. The pickles. There are like so many. There's like 3 Georgian restaurants within 1-2 block radius of me now. Become very very popular as a cuisine. Um, yeah, I mean, of course we're gonna have Georgian food. We're East Europeans. We know what's good for us. But that is really really good food. The other food, this is completely out of consensus. Another completely underrated cuisine, in my opinion, is actually German cuisine, especially Spätzle. And Schnitzel. I love both so much. I think German cuisine done well, totally underappreciated at how good it is. What are your favorite, like off the beaten path cuisines? Man, it really look. We came down from like 25 to 14 on the ATRs. We're almost at like London ATR was like 7. It was so dead. It wasn't even it didn't even have a pulse. German, that's just sausage. Not quite. Turkish, yes. Turkish food is great. Greek food is awesome. I love Greek food. I look, in New York City, all the local neighborhood restaurants are called diners, right? And because of the history of how New York got started and just like how immigrant groups sort of went to different businesses, Greek immigrants were the first ones to kind of go into the restaurant business full force. It's called, it's basically called the American diner. That's another thing. Like I see all these videos of Europeans visiting American diners and just for the first time discovering American diner food, which is like the ultimate American comfort food. But within New York City, it's the most dinerish of all places. And the Greeks like own every diner, right, in New York City. And so like there's a couple of diners in my neighborhood where I've been going for like 25 years. The guy, I don't even like. I'll walk in. I don't have to say a word. I just sit down. Food is served. My kids grew up in those places. Like the owner knows my older kids, my younger daughters. Like my son used to come into the diner and just literally eat on my credit, and just like when he'd be hungry, he'd like eat, and he said, "My dad will pay for it later." So it's really just really a lot of fun. But basically, they're all Greek, right? So they used to always, because I look a little bit Greek, everybody always thinks that I'm like their long lost son. So I'm always greeted like F harasto, starting to pop up now. Do I want to take this trade? I'm really really deliberating. I have 4 minutes. Why not? What the fuck? What do we live for? But but to take some risk. Let's see. I'm going to get underneath here. Let's see if I get a little bit of continuity on this move. I'm going to probably only do one tranche here at around the 55s if I need to, because I only got 4 minutes. I'm really basically racing against the gun. This is not a trade I usually do, but we haven't had a trade in a long time, and I'm just this is a shits and giggles trade. Small size. If I get clipped, we'll work our way back. Let's see if we can get a little bit of movement. All right, good enough. Good enough because I don't want to hold this into the. Of course, I always give it up early, and it just totally resolves. I didn't want to hold this into the open because the open can go both ways. But I think, as I was telling you, I think they're going to rip it up. I mean, they brought it down because they wanted to just accumulate nice inventory here, because they know that the open is going to rip it to maybe 30,200. See if I'm right on this. But, having been around dealers all my life, I kind of know how they think. Yeah, Peruvian chicken, another great piece of food. Persians are great. We're like the best Persian food in the world is LA, right? You ever have Persian ice cream? That's the craziest ice cream. Like flavors you've never had in your life. Okay, we are a minute from open. Let's see what we're doing here. Bringing it down, Z to the bottom, but certainly not a trade you want to do in the open. 1 more minute to the open. May test the London low before we bounce back up. I'm not sure how they want to play it, but I'm very confident that they're going to rally higher as the day goes by. Also near VWAP, as English points out. So we'll see if they want to bust the VWAP, hold it, and come right back through it. Although, notice the one thing about Wealth Charts and TradingView, they're different VWAP versions. This one is 50 points lower, so there's like more room to go to the downside. $20 seconds to the open. Down and up, down and up. Rip and drip, or drip and rip. I think they try to bust the London lows and then consolidate to the reverse side. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just tell you right now. I'm going to let these guys play it out. I'm not going to chase this trade. These trades are massive. The candles are like 100 points. If this thing flips completely to the upside, so be it. We'll try to trade the other way. But I think they're going to try to push this lower, take out the London lows, hold the VWAP, maybe remediate this order block below 3060. I don't think they're going to break the 30,000, but they definitely want to test all of the areas here as they're trading, and then they're going to take it back up. And when they take it back up, the first thing we're going to see is Z buy candle. When we see that, that's going to be our signal to trade long. Those are usually really, really strong, good reversal candles. So here we go. Breaking London lows, testing everything to the bottom here, selling, selling, selling. Approaching the 30,000, but not, not quite taking anything out yet. And it may be like another 10, 15 minutes before the market can stabilize and re-rally. But I think there'll be a really good opportunity to buy the longs here. Vol expands to 24, 25. That's much more within character of what we're doing here. Let's see what we want to do. I'm waiting for the Z. I'm waiting for the upside Z. That might take 5-10 minutes to appear. New York session lows. See, we took out the highs, test the lows. There was a big reversal from the highs to the lows. You could really, really see it. Fresh lows, fresh lows. They may want to take it to 30,000. That's going to be the natural stop run right over there. I don't know if they have enough juice on the sell side to do this. VWAP is about 25. So let's see. We need a big candle whose body is going to be 25 or larger to give us an upside Z trade, which may be coming. We'll see. $58. There we go. There we go. 39 seconds left. Let's see if the Z holds. So far, it does not. $21 seconds left. Let's see if the buyers have the power to hold the highs. Yep. Buy. All right, we're going to be underneath this trade. Nope, it's going to unwind. I'm out. Unfortunately, unwound. But the next one I think is going to be stronger, so we might go larger on this move. It just clipped me on the bottom. Just clipped me on the bottom. Now it goes the other way to the short side. Pretty common when trying to find the bottoms. The first one sometimes is going to be the false one. I'm going to let this one go and wait to see if I can get a second move back up to the upside. Fresh lows, but not making much more progress to the downside. Just kind of like small lows. Tokyo low is underneath us over here. Took out the London low. Wow, more downside moves. Kind of have to respect this move. I'm going to sell this. Let's see. I'm going to respect this move to the downside, and it's going to resolve. Yep. So when it broke the fresh lows like this, you knew you had a little bit of continuity. So I did respect that. That made money. Now I'm still waiting. I'd be really, really surprised if they targeted Tokyo low here or stabilize, but they're really pressing it down. So okay, cool. My stops and targets are 1040 in points as an opening bracket, and then we shrink them to the length of the candle. So it usually winds up maybe about a 30-point stop, and then we tranche, we blend our positions if we need to. This time I didn't need to because it was straight down move. But we give ourselves entry, third up. So three tranche positions with entry included if I need to do that to resolve the trade. There's New York low right underneath the 30,992. So this is where it gets interesting because now we have to see if there's buyers underneath 30,000 or if there's lack of sellers. Right now, sellers still dumping, trying to clear all that inventory. It looks like they want to run the Tokyo lows, which is really surprising at how much selling there is. Six on the low. 31 on ATR. Wow, ATR now into the 30s. So that's a big. We haven't seen that in a long time. Volatility continues to explode, and they really are going to gun the Tokyo lows. Look at that. They're going to gun the Tokyo lows. Now we're going to need a really big candle to, we need like a 33 point candle on the reverse side to give us a clue that it's, they're going to want to reverse it. It might take a while. All the new people over here, be sure to fill out the, oops, sorry, wrong one. Where is this? Oh, right here. Be sure to fill out the duck race so that you can get the free Halcyon account, which we're going to auction off very soon. I'm putting a link in here into the room. Look at that, Tokyo lows. Everything goes, man. Everything goes. Boom, ba boom, whoa. Who would have predicted that unwind? This is why, by the way, I scalp. Because as you can see, you can have all the conviction in the world, and I was 180% degree wrong, or 100% wrong in my direction, even though I had like seemingly intelligent positioning. So learned long ago not to trade my opinion, but trade price. And that's what we do when we're scalping. Like, I really was shocked. I'm shocked they took out Tokyo lows, like just in a pure slice. There must be something going on here that we're not seeing, we're not understanding. Besides profit taking, there must be some other thing that's driving sellers right now really, really hard to the downside. So much so that the buyer's not even showing up. Yeah, a whole day taken away in one 50-minute candle. Yep, that's how it works. Wow. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 dots in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna be a buyer of this just for shits and giggles. I'll explain to you. This is not a trade. It's not anything I recommend you do, but I love doing this because when you get to 3 or 4 consecutive dots, that is an exit trade, not an entry trade. Meaning that I think momentum shorts are going to be they're all going to be exiting over here. So I'm going to be a buyer here with this move. Let's see if I can get this resolved. I may buy a falling knife, but I love doing that. It's fun. Boom, we're done. See, so why trade this? Because at this particular point, when you have 4 or 5 consecutive moves and you have like 4 or 5 Z moves to the downside, there is so much excess selling that at the end of the candle, you get natural short covering and retrace. As a matter of fact, you get like, a big move now. Now the ATR is at 40 now. So it's really, really massive. And the up candle would have to be a 40-point body candle, which we may very well get. And I might have to trade that this way. Wow, that is a lot of vol. That's generally, if you get to 40, 50 ATR, those are usually the highest values during the day. So for this candle to really give us a buy signal, a buy Z, we'd have to go from, what is this, 67 to, well, it might be able to. I don't know, I'm not sure. It was 44. So what is this? Nope. I mean, it needed to clear like 820. Wow. Look at that, 700 lows. What's going on, man? Just getting destroyed. I wonder, do we have any news? Anything coming up here? Nothing clear. But we are, wow, what's going on? That is a massive dump. Thirteen, 14 seconds. I'm just waiting patiently here. Maybe I'll just take one. Boom. See if I can resolve this. Boom, done. Just, again, extreme sell-offs create very easy scalp opportunities to the upside. Like there's just like a once, but you need to, the whole trick to that particular trade is you absolutely need to wait until the candle closes. You cannot move until the candle closes, because if you buy intra candle, you just get volled out. You need the bounce, the candle close bounce, which happens a lot, as you can see. Candle close, bounce, candle close, bounce. That's all. And you can't be. There's two things: you need to be patient, and you can't be greedy. Holy cow! We unwound the whole micro rally pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. You absolutely want to, and you want to trade this on small size. You cannot, you don't want to be a hero in this environment. I noticed that I pulled my size down when I took that trade, because I knew that if it didn't work, it was going to be a steamroller. All right, now I'm going to try to be very patient. This is very unusual, really unusual. How much time has gone by? It's only 18 minutes into the open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 high vol candles. That's very unusual. And just indicative of something that we're not seeing. I'm trying to figure out where the news is. Maybe it's the Rubio comments, because Rubio is obviously a big hawk. Huh. Oh, big bounce. Let's go. Buy market, small size. This is, you can barely see it over here, but there's a Z thing, and boom, we just got done. You saw that? It got done. So this was the reversal that I was looking for. This was the reversal that I was looking for. That was a nice, easy trade. Boom, 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 and it was a big volatility trade. It's probably going to be worth more. I'm not going to press you guys, but if I was trading myself, I'd be very aggressive on this, and I'd be trading this whole rectangle, meaning that I'm a believer that I'd be a buyer all the way around here, because I think you could resolve more trades. But I hit my 100 on the halcyon, which is really good. That's what I wanted to do. We'll rotate to my other accounts. Just 100 an hour, every hour. That's how we do it. Why did this tank? I have no idea. Yeah, TETZ. I like that. Ted Z, English. We have this term called trade every turn, and we just added the Z to the end of it. Trade every Z. So very, very typical sell off. Bounce back, secondary wave of sell off. But now, the second upward Z may take another 5-10 minutes for it to formulate. I absolutely want to trade that. This kind of a waterfall sell-off usually leads to a little bit of consolidation and then eventually break the other way. So I'll just stay patient on this and wait for a second Z to the upside. Remember, just like with the news trade, the second Z to the upside was the much, much better, sweeter, easier trade. It's kind of like you wait for the first wave to get decimated, and then you come in on the second wave, and you're much easier play. Honestly, Andrew, nobody knows why there's a sell-off right now. It doesn't seem to be anything on the wires. It could be profit taking. It could be just some big guy getting out. Doesn't really matter. We just hang in there. All right, 10 o'clock, guys. I'm gonna do the raffle for our friends at Halcyon. Let me put the link again. BK Traders Duck Race. Be sure to register yourself. Let me see if you guys signed up yet. Oh yeah, good. A lot of people signed up for this. All right, I'm going to rotate accounts. Excuse me. Oh my God, sorry, because I think we're gonna finally get a pop soon. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. Man. Okay. No, I want to go in here. All right, we'll change the counts because I want to run the other one. We ran the Halcyon account up 100 for the day, which is exactly where we want to be. Let's see what we can do. What more can we do? Man, that is a waterfall move. Holy cow. Oh, look at ATR. Is that right? Oh my God. Look at the ATR. 71. Holy shit. That's almost like too dangerous to trade. Wow. Is that right? Holy cow. How big are these candles? Oh my God, they are. They're like 100-point candles. All right, we definitely have to trade small size here. Maybe I'll trade the 50 account. Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna take a tiny little pop here. This isn't a buy. This is just a on the close trade. Boom, done. That was just a super quick on the close trade. Again, it's a discretionary move. Only at extreme, downward moves. We had like 3 or 4 consecutive reds. you knew that it was going to have an interesting potential bounce here. I can't believe ATR is 76. That is like, guys, it's 10 times more volatile right now than it was in London trading war. We were 7.5 ATR in London. Just think about the difference of the environment. Nuked, I know. Well, this is the 1 minute ATR, not the. You may be measuring some different time frame, but it's definitely not 9. These candles are 448 to. These are 100-point candles. Let's do this count. Totally unwound the whole trade from yesterday. That's really amazing. The whole Micron trade, 100% unwound. Unbelievable. Let's see if we can stabilize in the next couple of minutes. Chart looks like Bart Simpson on a 5-minute zoom out. Yeah. Almost 1,000 points down, guys. That is a lot of 1,000 points in half an hour. Holy cow. Trying to see if there's anybody have any news on this. No real news. How big is this candle? Is this candle coming? Oh, got 80R, 79. Oh, there we go. 80-point candle, 45 seconds left. This is a big ass candle. If this holds the Z, we're going to trade this. We're going to dive in full force. "28 seconds left. No signal though. Not quite big enough. Comes right back down. All right. Doing 2080 on the brackets because the vol is at 83. It's just a massive, massive vol. Trying to stay patient here to see if I can get that Z signal. It really needs to clear a huge amount of barriers to show such upward movement. The body of this candle is 60 and it still couldn't break the ATR. I would have gone long here because it looked like a really nice big turn, but I'm trying to stick to the rules. But the volatility is so big here that you kind of have to you could shave some corners. Come back to retesting the low, and maybe this, the wave after that is going to be the wave that we want. We'll see. Coming down a little bit on the ball, and we're probably going to compress a little bit before it decides which way it wants to go. You may want to test the bottom just one more time. What do you think? We're going to go down to the moving average? I think so. I think we're trying to do a double bottom here before it finally it sounds like you have the wrong guys. Double check me on this. When you're trading your dots.z or your dots bk.z, what's your ATR reading? What are you guys seeing as an ATR reading? Yeah, I think you don't have the Z. You don't have the Z ending. Is your ATR reading matching mine? These candles are 50-point bodies, and still not giving us any signals because the ATR is so much. Yeah, 7501. You guys are all in sync with me. So it's Chris, you just have like either the wrong indicator or something wrong on the settings there. Wow, what an incredible move here, huh? Huh. So this is the one situation where the Z trade is, because the volatility is just so massive. The Z trade is not given. Like if we simply used the neon candle on the same conditions, we probably would have had a couple of quick turn trades to the upside. And it's like with every strategy, you're going to get some trade offs. I mean, the thing is super accurate, but it's super high volatility. The gate, the filter, which the candle must clear, is so high that it's just simply going to stay muted. When the vol is between 20 and even 50, you're going to get some good signals. When it's like this, you just have to be very, very patient. You need things to temper down, volatility to maybe come down to the 30, 40, and then the signals are going to start firing off. So as always, every system has a trade-off. This is today's trade-off. So regardless, we had a very, very good opening session. We just haven't had any trades here because the gating has just been so big. I'll keep an eye out on my other chart, but let's do this. Everybody's kind of finished up. Everybody put their name into the duck race, right? Be sure you put your name into the duck race. I'm gonna start to populate it. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, everybody is in the duck race. All right. Hopefully you guys are here. Everybody's name has been put in. I'm going to hit the set button. And look at the names. Everybody is in the race, right? Are we ready? Are we ready to rock and roll? Big moves up. So big moves up without our signals because we're relying on the Z's, and the Z's are just too big. So let's take our mind off it. Let's do a little halcyon race. See who gets the first one. I'm going to hit and let's see who's going to be the winner. Bespy. Astrologer! Ah! Look at you. That's perfect because he trades wealth charts anyways. Wonderful. So you could tell us how the halcyon works. Astrologer comes through, man. Nice job. Don't worry. Every single day we're gonna have giveaways from all of our partners. So feel free to come back and have a good time. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Good job, astrologer. All right. Um, I will let Kathy know. Yeah, big recovery again in this particular case. Oh, let me just sort of. The only thing I hate about the duck race is the duck quacks. So I just put it. Um, excuse me. No, I don't want to race again. Don't race again. Um, so as I said, the only kind of a downside was when we were relying on the Z's, the ATRs were just so massive we weren't getting the breakout signals. If we just simply stuck to the neons, we certainly could have had nice big moves. But nevertheless, we had some really nice moves downside. Caught a couple of reversal candles, and the day is still way ahead of us. Yep, just one account for Halcyon today. Just one. Don't worry, we'll get more. We'll get more from them. But let me know. Yeah, the stars are aligned. Exactly. Now here's where it gets interesting. We might. This is so we had a rally, counter trend rally. Is this thing starts accelerating? It's gonna try to gun the New York lows. How much is what is this candle? This is 620. It's a 40-point candle. It needs like 30 more points in this particular move. That's a lot of points, but it can happen. If we get a Z to the downside, we're definitely going to trade that. Let's see if we can get that. For this thing to trade, I need what is that? 620 to 550, basically. It's not going to make it. ATR is starting to come down now. So as ATR compresses, the signals are going to start to be much more within reach. No trade, ma'am. So good to know, actually, that once we're exceeding 50, 60 ATRs, we could probably switch over to the neon candles as our signal, just because the barrier becomes so large that it's really hard to beat that. Let's see if we get another big pop up. Maybe we get maybe I'll get a nice big move here. This is 44 to God, these are big ass moves. Through the ICT buy box, which is like the most natural move here, right, to the downside. I'm going to trade this neon red in this kind of a similar way that we trade trade the Z shape. I'm going to basically assume that try to resolve it over here on the move here, and then sell here, and maybe it's going to come back against me. We'll see. Oh, totally retraces on me. Let's see how much. Yeah, I'm eating this. Okay, that's fine. This I did this in my eval accounts precisely because I knew it was going to be risky, but worth a shot. Look, just clipped me out and totally resolved. That happens. But you know what's really good is because this is really big vol. We're going to be able to hopefully recover this pretty well quickly. Be patient and wait for the Z shape. I really thought that the neon would work, but it didn't quite extend. This actually probably would have worked. It just the vol just took me out of the highs, only to come back down. Vol starting to stabilize, not really compressed, just stabilize in the 70s. Is this the buying? Is this the? Did we have the buyers? 19, 94, 20. It's almost there, right? It needs to go. Why is? There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I'm a buyer. I'm a buyer. Let's see if it's going to work. Boom, boom, boom. That resolved nicely. You saw that? I needed to just be super fucking patient, but that's the lesson of the day. It was just interminable. It was like literally like 40 minutes of waiting before we finally got the signal. And this now it's going to totally soar. I really wanted to be much bigger on this, but I couldn't get up enough size. Anyways, good. Last trade of the day resolved positively. There's probably going to be a ton of these opportunities now because as the vol compresses, we're going to be able to get better moves. Congratulations to Astrologer. Today is coaching. If you guys want coaching, let me put the link in here. It's really a great deal. And I'll see you tomorrow. Chill Friday. We'll start 8 o'clock. No limit. We'll just go hardcore. Oh, I'll trade London with you too. We'll do a little bit of London, and then we'll just do maybe even tomorrow. I'm thinking maybe what I might do is we'll see how it goes. But I may just simply stay on. We may just simply trade London into New York, and I'll bring bagels in, or maybe I'll take a small break. But regardless, we're definitely going to do like a nice chill Friday tomorrow. I think it's going to be a lot of vol still left over, and hopefully we'll trade it nicely. Anyways, guys, everybody enjoy. Thank you so much. Probably popping back up towards the VWAP at this point. So have a fun time scalping away. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.